Hi, this is Dan Ansel, Prudential California Realty. Today is Friday, December 2nd. Some really exciting news going on out there. The Congress has raised the federal loan limits for the FHA, which is Federal Housing Administration. Typically, we just never hear of FHA because they were typically set up for very small loans, and Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac were the go-to people for higher loans. They had higher loan limits. Well, they've changed that now. In some of the higher priced states, including California, the limit for FHA loans has been raised to $729,000. For Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loans, it's $625,000. But even more significant than the dollar amounts there is the down payment requirement. Typically for a FHA loan, they'll require a lot lower down payment, as low as 3.5%. So it's basically going to give a big oomph to the buying power of a lot of prospective buyers out there who can qualify for FHA loans there. So again, it's very new news, but I think it's going to have a really great long-term impact on the home buying ability of a lot of Americans, especially in California. The down payment requirements are going to be much less, so you're going to see a lot less emphasis, and this is on purpose, on loans on Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. Congress is very irritated with how irresponsible they were and how many billions they cost taxpayers. The FHA is still run by the government, but they are a lot more subject to congressional oversight. So it's going to be really exciting to see the transformation of loans going from one organization to the other, and also allowing home buyers to come up with really good loans at a lot less down payment. So it allows a lot more leverage. So that's really exciting news. Be interesting to see how long it takes before home buyers start utilizing that. I think it'll be pretty quick. Some statistical information nationwide and also in the western states and in California. Some headlines here. Third quarter metro area prices soften, but state prices or state sales broadly rise. What we're seeing is still more sales, but at lower prices there. In the Standard & Poor Case-Shiller Index of 150 metro areas, prices declined in prices rose in 39 of the 150 and declined in 111 of the metro areas. So again, most areas are still having declining prices, but not all of them. But inventory levels are starting to be absorbed, and that's the first necessary step to stabilization of the market. Problem is, the western state where we live are some of the hardest hit. In the western part of the country, sales are down. The median price is down 9% compared to a year ago. So in most of the country, it's only down about 3.5%. So again, the western states and Florida are hit much harder than most of them. The good news out there, pending home sales rose in October. Pending home sales track properties that are in escrow but haven't yet closed. So that gives you a pretty good indication of where the next couple months should lead us in terms of number of closed sales. They're pretty good correlation there. So in October compared to September, they're up about 9%, and up about the same percent compared to October of 2010, so looking really good. Again, that's nationwide, but the West has been harder hit than that. The Northeast states pending sales are up 17%, the Midwest are up 24%, the South are up 6%, but in the West they're actually down 0.3%. So again, nationwide looks pretty good, but the West still hasn't caught up with the rest of the country in terms of pending sales. So fourth quarter is still not that strong in California, but other parts of the country are doing pretty well. Interest rates still really attractive out there. Still, you can get, if you qualify, right around 4% for 30-year fixed. They've also got some great 10-year fixed programs in the mid to high threes. So very attractive financing if you can qualify. So hopefully some of these people will start to qualify under the FHA and be able to get in with a lower down payment, allow a little more leverage, give them a little more buying power. The whole purpose of that was to give more buying power to the American public out there and sort of boost activity in real estate. So they're trying. I think it'll work.